Jurgen Klopp's kids against the blue £1 billion bottle jobs. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed Liverpool won, but Pochettino. Have that. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Anyway, full time from Wembley, and it's finished in the 2024 Carabao Cup final. Scum 0, Liverpool 1. By the way, that's Chelsea, you didn't know. But yeah, a big. Well, honestly, it was that game was 100 times better than the 2022 final. It just was. That game had everything. We had a fight between Chilwell and Bradley. We had VAR and the captain, Virgil van Dijk, with the header into the back of the net. Liverpool making it numero 10. I don't know what 10 is in Spanish, but yeah, honestly, what a game of football. What a game. Honestly, brilliant game of football. I mean, both teams were up for it throughout the full 9 minutes. Chelsea scored at first. I mean, by the way, Wembley Stadium is hosting the FA Cup final, obviously, and it's hosting the Champions League final. Literally, Chelsea's first goal, out of all the camera angles in the stadium, they chose the worst one. I mean, they showed another angle of it at half time. I posted on my Snap story saying, why couldn't they use that angle in the first place? It just doesn't make sense. VAR is ruining football. Argue with your cat. VAR is ruining football. But yeah, at first I thought it was onside, but looking at it from that angle they showed at half time, it was offside, to be honest. But yeah, but it was just such a good game. There were so many chances, and people who didn't watch the game, they'll look at the scoreline, they'll see it 1-0. People will just think, who didn't watch the game, oh, it was probably boring. If you look at the stats, though, the stats are there for a reason. They don't lie. That game was incredible. That game was incredible. It was just such a good game. It really was. It was such a good game. But yeah, I mean, Liverpool's goal got disallowed. I mean, VAR just making up new rules. The goal got disallowed because Wataru Endo was standing in an offside position whilst holding Levi Colville, so Colville couldn't go in and head the ball away. What? I mean, it doesn't matter because Liverpool won, obviously, but what are VAR playing now? They're just making up new rules as we go. Or they're probably making a new rule right now, probably. But honestly, it's just VAR today. I mean, people are saying, should Caicedo got sent off? I think it should have been the referee, Chris Kavanagh, I think was the referee today. He didn't give Caicedo a yellow. Literally, at the end of the game, Buddy Gravenberch had crutches on with a boot on. I don't think it's a red card because his intent was to get the ball, not his ankle. At least it should have been a yellow. It should have at least been a yellow. But no, the referee just gives him nothing. Poor officiating. Shocking officiating there. But yeah, I mean, Gary Neville, literally, extra time, he put it. Gary Neville, one of the coldest commentary moments in 2024. That extra time, Chelsea weren't good enough. And Gary Neville summed it up in a few words. I said at the start of the intro, Klopp's kids against the blue £1 billion bottle jobs. Because Chelsea, in extra time, bottled it. They absolutely bottled it. Conor Gallagher, literally, this is the goal. This is the goal. This is him. How did he miss? He was literally about a few yards away from the goal and he missed. out of the whole goal, he hit it straight at Kelleher. Just pathetic. I mean, Chelsea, they bottled it. They weren't good enough in extra time. And if I was a Chelsea fan right now, which I'm gladly not, because I hate them. If I was a Chelsea fan right now, I would be fuming. Because in extra time, they weren't good enough. I'm laughing. Pochettino. Oh, Chelsea, the best team in England. You snake. I don't care if people will say he's not a snake, la la la. I don't care. I don't care what you lot say saying Poch is not a snake. Because he is. My opinion will not be changed. It will not be changed. Poch is a snake. Yes, I have respect for him. He nearly won us the league and he got us to a Champions League final. My guy. No other Spurs manager will do that unless it's Ange, because that guy's a goat. But yeah. Out of all teams, why did you go to them, Poch? Why? Oh God, he fell off the chair. But yeah. But Chelsea, just like I said, they weren't good enough in extra time. They weren't good enough. They honestly, the players couldn't be asked. They just wanted to go home. Literally, if you watch the game in extra time, Chelsea was so lazy. They were just poor. They couldn't be bothered at all. They couldn't be bothered one bit in that extra time. They weren't good enough. Throughout the whole 90 minutes, they were really good. They played really good. They created some chances, and overall, they played very good. But in extra time, they did a Spurs and bottled it. They weren't good enough in extra time. I mean, to be fair, Kelleher, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. My guy. Big up to Kelleher. I don't even know how old he is. I think he's in his young 20s. Brilliant. What a performance. Van Dijk as well, I thought was solid. I mean, Jackson. My God, that guy's just terrible. So many chances in that game. Just so many chances in that game. He just bottled it. He's so bad. How that guy scored that. I mean, the hat-trick against us. One of the worst hat-tricks I've ever seen. One of the worst hat-tricks I've ever seen in my life. But yeah. But Gary Neville, literally, coldest moment of 2024. Chelsea bottled it. They weren't good enough in extra time. And Chelsea fans will probably admit it. That they weren't good enough in extra time because they just blew it. Literally, Liverpool, their bench was full of kids. McConley, I already pronounced his name. Dans. Bloody. Dans. Bloody. There's so many kids on the bench. Like I said, like the 5th time now. Gary Neville put that extra time at its best. Literally said the coldest quote. Klopp's kids against the £1 billion bottle jobs. Because they did. Chelsea, they bottled it. I was looking for a bottle, but there is none in my room. They bottled it. They weren't good enough, Chelsea. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think, ever since I've said this before about Chelsea, and I'm saying it again. Ever since Todd Bowley has come in to that football club, he has ruined it. He has ruined Chelsea Football Club. He's been splashing the cash left, right and centre. The squad's too big. Poch has said that the squad's too big. Bowley has done nothing about it. Bowley is such a clueless owner. Bro said a couple of years ago that they beat Real Madrid 3-0 at the Bernabeu. Clueless. But yeah, Liverpool in that extra time deserved it. I mean, that Dan's was decent extra time. McConley as well. Simicast was alright. But yeah, to put it at its best, Chelsea bowled it. Good night.